and welcome back to my channel. I'm so glad to see you all again. As many of you know, I have just started a quick revision series designed to give you a fast-paced, exam-focused review. In each video, I'll be covering 5 challenging questions, basically that are 5-marker and the 6-marker, to help you push for those top grades. But that's not all. I'm also launching micro group classes starting from 24th May to 31st May, and these will be the super small batches, just 3 students per group. So you get the personal attention, focus support, and rapid improvement. These classes are priced at just £5 per hour and will be covering quick revision of key topics, practice with the mock papers, proven tricks and techniques to solve exam questions faster and more accurately. If you are aiming for top marks and need the final boost before the exams, this is the perfect chance. Well, to book your spot or ask questions, you need to drop us an email at exactacademy@gmail.com. And also for this, make sure you like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you don't miss any part of this revision series. So let's get started. The first question says a pattern is made from 7 identical equilateral triangles. Point A has coordinate 1, 1 and point B has coordinate 15, k. Find the value of k. So what's given? We are given with the coordinates of x. That means we have to move only in x direction so that I can understand the value of each side of this equilateral triangle. So see this one. When we are starting from A to this point, this total distance is 14. Obviously, you have started from 1 and ended at 15. The total distance is 14. So now I have to see the distance. We have to calculate the distance. Let's say each side of this equilateral triangle is x centimeters. So this be x. So I have to move x in this direction, and that would be x by 2. Obviously, because if you draw a line perpendicular, it bisects the base. So each part will be x by 2. Now again, I have to move x by 2 because we have to move like this till this point. So this we have covered, this distance we have covered. Now obviously I have to move till this point, that means to half of it. This is again x by 2. I have to move x by 2. And finally this portion, which is clearly x. So now we understood that x plus x plus x by 2 plus x is equals to 14. If it's not clear, you can repeat this video to understand this. So x plus x plus x plus x by 2 is equals to 14. Or this is 3x plus x by 2 is equals to 14. And this is 7x by 2 is equals to 14. And x is equals to 14. Sorry, 4 centimeters. So we got to know that the length of each side of this equilateral triangle is 4 centimeters. Now it's very easy to calculate k because now we are calculating how much we are moving in y direction simply. So let me understand the motion in y-axis. We are starting from 1, obviously. So we have to move from here till here. So I'll move this height. Let's say height of this equilateral triangle be h. And then again one more h, one more h, one more h. And finally one more h. So h, h, and h. How many? It's 5 times h. And plus 1 because we have started from 1 itself. So plus 1 will give me the coordinate for k. Now h of There is a conventional way that there is an equilateral triangle x, x, x. I have to draw perpendicular. This will be x by 2 and use Pythagoras to calculate height, and this will give me the answer. Or directly you can learn it, which is root 3 over 2 times a, that is the length of each side of equilateral triangle. So I can say 5 times root 3 times 4, because length of each side of this equilateral triangle is 4, over 2. So this will give me 10 root 3 plus 1. Either we can convert it into decimal or we can keep it in a surd form, because these questions are calculator questions. So let me convert it into a decimal and we'll get answer as 6.48. So finally the value of KB is 6.48. Now moving on to the question number 2. The diagram shows a pyramid placed on a cube. The height of the pyramid is 9 centimeters. The mass of the pyramid is 1/5 of the mass of the cube. Both the cube and the pyramids are made up of the different materials. If the density of the pyramid is 10 gram per centimeter cubed and combined density of this structure is 22.5 grams per centimeter cubed, then find each side of the cube. So let me start with the pyramid given up there, because we are aware of the density of it obviously. So we know that the formula to calculate density is mass over volume. Density is given for pyramid only. The density is given as 10. Mass let me take as m, and volume is 1/3. This is the formula to calculate volume of the pyramid. 1/3 area of base times height. Let's say length of each side of this cube be x. So obviously the base is a square and its area will be x squared. So 1/3 area of base is x squared, and height of this pyramid is already given, which is 9. This will give me 3x squared. Volume is 3x squared. So put it here, and from here I can calculate the value of mass, which is 30x squared. So mass of this pyramid is 30x squared. Now the next thing they have mentioned is mass of pyramid is 1/5 of the mass of the cube. So if m be the mass of this pyramid, then 5m will be mass of this cube, because it's mentioned that mass of the pyramid is 1/5. That means clearly, in other words, I can say the mass of the cube is 5 times the mass of the pyramid. If mass of pyramid be m, then mass of the cube will be 5 times m. Apart from that, they have given the combined density of the structure is 22.5. Combined density, that means total mass over total volume. So I'll be saying total mass over total volume. That means total mass of pyramid and cube over total volume, volume of pyramid and cube, and this being 22.5. Total mass, m be the mass of cuboid pyramid and 5m be the mass of cuboid, over volume of pyramid was 3x squared. And we know the volume of a cube is length times width times height, which is x times x times x, that is x cubed. And this is equals to 22.5. m plus 5m is 6m over, I can take out x squared as common, 3x plus 3 plus x. And this is equals to 22.5. m we have already calculated in terms of x squared, which was this. M is equals to 30x squared. So 6 times 30x squared over x squared times 3 plus x equals 22.5. I can cancel out x squared and x squared. This will be 180 over 3 plus x is equals to 22.5. You can clearly see it's now way more easier to calculate x. It's now the linear equation that we have to solve. So cross multiply, it will go up there. 180 is equals to 22.5 times 3 plus x. So 180 is equals to 22.5 times 3 plus 22.5 times x. From here, I'll calculate x as 5 centimeters. So the length of each side of this cube is 5 centimeters. That's what they are asking. Question 3 is a bearing question. It says the diagram shows the position of 3 trucks A, B and C. B is 12 kilometers from A on a bearing of 070 degrees, which means this is 070 degrees. 070 degrees. This is what it's given. C is x kilometers from B on a bearing of 130 degrees. So this would be 130. And C is 25 kilometers, which is already given. That is 25 kilometers away. And we have to find the distance from B to C. That means the value of this x. So first thing is, let me write down all the angles and try to find as much as we can. Because this is already given as 070 degrees, we know if two lines are parallel. First of all, the most common mistake, if you are thinking that if you draw this will be 90 degree, this will be 90 degree, it's not mentioned anywhere that it is 90 degrees. Don't go by the diagram. Okay, work according to whatever information is given. Don't assume it. If it's given that they're drawn accurately, in that case we have to measure it. This is not given, so just by looking at it, if you're thinking that this is 90 degrees, it's not. So if two lines are parallel and one transversal is there, if I draw separately, this angle is 70. So this angle will be the sum of interior angles. These two are interior angles and sum should be equals to 180, which means this remaining part will be 180 minus 70, that is 110. So I can say if this be 70, then this will be 110. Then we know angle, sum of all the angles should be equals to 360 degrees. So which means this angle would be, let's say y. So this will be 110 plus 130 plus y should be equals to 360. From here y is equals to 120 degrees. So this be 120 degrees. Now this is a combination of three sides and one angle, which I have already described when I was explaining your sine and cosine rule. If we have the combination of three sides and one angle, always go for cosine rule. Any one parameter can be missing in this. That means here we have three sides and one angle, but two known side, one unknown side and one known angle. So you can clearly see, though it's a combination of three sides, one angle, one side is missing. So I'll always start with that side whose angle is known. I mean the opposite angle is known. 120 is known in this triangle. Only this angle 120 is known. So we'll start with the side opposite to it. So 25 squared is equals to sum of squares of other two sides, which is 12 squared plus x squared minus 2 times 12 times x times cos of 120 degrees. This will be 625, this will be 144 plus x squared, and cos 120 times 2 times minus 12 will give you plus 12x. Bring it here, this will be 481, and finally our equation will become x squared plus 12x minus 481 is equals to 0, and on applying the formula, which is minus b plus minus root b squared minus 4a and c over 2a, I'll get two different values for x1 and x2. x1 is negative 28.71 and x2 is 16.565, or we can say 16.57. Up to 2 decimal place I can write it as 57. Obviously x is the length of the triangle and a length can never be negative, so we cannot use this one, and this would be the answer. So final answer is 16.57 kilometers. Moving on to the question number 4. Calculate the area of the circle given above. If A is the center, do understand this, that this AC given, this is not a diameter, because O is the center, which is quite down below, and diameter is a chord that passes through the center, so it's not. There are 3 sides given, no angle, and in circles it's mostly about the angles. So let me try, because we're just stuck, but at least we know that what we are supposed to find, it's the radius that we are supposed to find. So for that, what is radius? Radius is when you join the center with one end of the. So now we can join these 2 points. See, if I'll join O with C, this will give me the radius, and A with O, this will give me the radius. This is much more helpful for me to understand how we can calculate the radius. So this is R, this is R. That means clearly now this has given me a good idea that if I'll apply the cosine rule in this triangle, I can easily calculate the radius, and for that I need this angle. According to the circle theorem, I can easily calculate this angle if I'll join this A with any point on the circumference, this one, and let me just name this B, D. Then ABCD will be the cyclic quadrilateral, and opposite angle add up to 180 degrees. So I can easily calculate this angle because I have all the 3 sides. So applying cosine rule, I can calculate this angle, and opposite angle add up to 180 degrees, so I can calculate this angle. And also according to the first theorem, the angle at the center is always twice, so if I know this, I can calculate this angle. So yes, we can do. So try to work out the things. If you are not aware, if the question is pretty new, so try to gather things, try to go in a reverse order what the question they are asking. Try to, just like I have started with R, because they are asking you to calculate the area, and obviously for area I need R. So I have to see how can I calculate the R, and then I have to go in the previous step and so on, and that will give us an enough idea from where to start. That means we have to start by finding this angle, applying cosine rule. So let me just remove this whole thing. Let me calculate this angle. So obviously because we have to calculate angle B, so we'll start with the side which is opposite angle B, that is 10. So 10 squared is equals to 7 squared plus 5 squared minus 2 times 7 times 5 times cos theta. So this will be 100 plus 49 plus 25 minus 70 cos theta, and this will be, finally, if I move this all here, this will give me 26 minus 70 cos theta, and cos theta is equals to negative 26 over 70, and theta is cos inverse negative 26 over 70, which will give me the answer as 111.7 degrees. That means this angle is 111.7 degrees. This is a cyclic quadrilateral, so opposite angle add up to 180 degrees. So this angle plus this angle should be equals to 180. That means this angle is 180 minus 111.7, which will give me 180. Okay, so this angle will be 68.3. So this would become 68.3. Same, this AC is an arc which is subtending angle at the circumference, which is 68.3. So at the center would be twice. That means this whole angle will be 68.3 times 2. Now we have this angle. I can apply cosine rule here in this triangle. So this angle is 136.6. So let me draw this triangle separately. This is 136.6. This is A, C, O, R, and 10. So applying cosine rule, I'll start with the side which is opposite to the angle given, which is 10. So 10 squared is equals to r squared plus r squared minus 2 times r is r squared cos of 136.6. Then this will be 100 is equals to 2r squared minus r squared, and times cos 136.6 times 2 will give me 1.4x squared or r squared. So this will be 100 is equals to 3.4 r squared, and finally r is equals to r squared is 29.4 and r is finally equals to 5.42. This is the radius of the circle. So area will be pi r squared, which is pi times 5.42 whole square, which will give me 92.31 centimeters squared, and that's the area of our circle. Moving on to our last question, which is question number 25, and it's the question of iteration. It says show that the equation 4x cubed minus 7x equals 3 has a solution between 1 and 2. So let me put 1 first. So 4x cubed minus 7x equals 3. That means when I put x equals 1, I should get 3 as the answer if x is the solution. So putting x is equals to 1, this will give me 4 minus 7, that is negative 3. Obviously not matching at all. And when I'll put x equals 2, so that will give me 4 times 2 cubed minus 7 times 2, which is 8 times 4, 32, and minus 14, and this will give me a positive value. If on substituting 1, I'm getting a negative value which is smaller than 3, and if on putting 2, which I'm getting positive answer which is greater than 3. At x equals 1, we are getting negative 3, and at x is equals to 2, where we are getting, you can say 18. So 18, and 3 is lying in between. The solution 3 is lying in between. That means the value of x is also lying in between 1 and 2. And yes, this proves that the solution is lying in between 1 and 2. Now part B says, starting with x naught is equals to 2, use iteration formula 3 times to find an estimate for a solution of 4x squared minus 7x equals 3. So for that we have to calculate the iteration formula. How we can calculate iteration formula? Doesn't matter whatever be the equation given in third power, fourth power. What you have to do is whatever the variable carrying the highest power. In this case, the variable having the highest power is 4x cubed, because the power of this is 1 and this is a constant. So the highest power is x cubed. So I'll make that a subject. I need to make x cubed a subject. Remember, the highest power, you have to make that subject. So 4x cubed and 7x, I'll move on to right hand side, dividing both the sides by 4, like this. Now I have to cube root, because that I want to make the subject, so I need to remove that 3 as well. So cube rooting both the side, this will give me 3 plus 7x over 4. Now this will become xn plus 1. That means it will work always one step ahead of this one. And this x is given as x naught. 3 plus x naught over 4. So for x1, obviously this is xn. So for x1, obviously this will be x0 over 4, and x0 is 2. So x0 is 2, so put it 2 here. 3 plus 7 into 2 over 4. This will give me answer as 1.62. So now for x2, this will become x1. So 3 plus 7, x1 over 4. And x1 we just calculated as 1.62. So cube root of 3 plus 7 times 1.62 over 4 will give me 1.53. Now for x3, cube root of 3 plus 7 x2. And here I'll put x2 as this because this is the x2 we have calculated. So this will be cube root of 3 plus 7 times 1.53 over 4, which will give me approximately 1.51. So these are basically the solution of this part B. So that's it for today. These were the 5 important questions. I keep on posting the question. You can comment down in the comment section as well if you face any problem, any difficulty. If you want me to make a topic, a video on any particular topic, you can comment that in the comment section. And if you want to enroll, you can just email us at exacadmin@gmail.com. And if you wish to access these worksheets that I am making videos on, these are available for free at my website, which is www.exacadmin.com. So that's it for today. Bye everyone. Take care.